The authors set out to create a low-cost, reliable HDR video system with extreme flexibility easily applied to all digital imaging applications. Our approach started from a purely optical standpoint. Design a system to capture at least 3 identical images simultaneously, where each image must be separated by a large number of stops, with the most efficient use of incoming light. Initial engineering data showed the images could not be combined using traditional methods due to the large number of stops that separated our images. This led to the development of a novel fusion algorithm for use with our HDR video system. This video and associated paper outline our optical system, merging algorithms, and the completed HDR video system. HDR imaging has been the subject of intense interest over the past 15 years. Many techniques have been presented for capturing HDR video, but they all have various shortcomings. Our HDR-ready optical design had to satisfy 4 key requirements in order to be viable. First, images for each frame must be captured simultaneously with identical exposure times. This is crucial for producing perfectly registered images. Second, the design had to efficiently use all the light from the lens. Third, it must be compatible with a single off-the-shelf camera lens. And finally, it must easily adapt to any commercially available camera sensor. Our HDR video system prototype uses 2 beam splitters to split the light from a single commercial camera lens into 3 images. 99.95% of the incoming light from the lens is used. The 3 images captured are identical pixel for pixel and have different intensities. They are captured using the exact same exposure time setting. In our prototype system, the total dynamic range increases over 7 stops. Most HDR systems form a set of low dynamic range images with closely spaced exposures. Fusion algorithms combine the images together to form an HDR image. Our prototype system captures 3 images with much larger exposure spacing. Traditional image fusion methods are not designed to handle such large exposure differences. In Debevic's and Malik's approach, data is taken from all 3 images and averaged using a triangle weighting filter. The darkest image is very dark, and the data is extremely coarse. Gradients that are smooth in the bright image look blocky in the dark image. Combining data from dark and blocky images results in quantization artifacts. These artifacts are exaggerated by contrast-enhancing tone map operators. Our approach uses the brightest non-saturated data. For saturated areas, we blend values from the darker images. The fused image has finer resolution in the darker areas and reduced color artifacts. HDR images combined using Debevic and Malik's method can exhibit quantization and color saturation artifacts. Our approach reduces these artifacts. The result of our fusion algorithm is a true HDR image for each frame of video, which can be converted from pixel values to scene irradiance values using the camera response curve. Each HDR frame produced by our system contains the entire exposure range captured by the camera, covering over 17 stops. The following video clips were taken using our HDR video system and combined using the presented fusion algorithm. All video was shot at 1080p resolution at either 24 or 30 frames per second. Raw data captured from the sensors are shown as insets. All movies were shot in available light. Variants of each movie are created using standard tone map operators. The basic workflow described in the paper was used for processing. The tone map operator setting did not vary throughout each clip. Some tone map operators appear very natural, while others can create unique visual effects. Our HDR video system uses low-cost components to capture videos and fast-action still shots with greatly enhanced depth and clarity, giving the ability to recreate scenes the way they appear to the human eye.